Hey everybody, it's Irate Prostate here, and it's another wonderful Friday night, and that means it's Creem stream time, and that's right. In the studio with me tonight, I've got some fantastic people. I've got the lovely Atima the Hun, the rabid bear dog, Johnny Hellcat, and Doc Griffon, the guest for this evening's show.
Hope you guys are having fun.
And we need to say that again because I already screwed up. All right. Tima, you want to say hey?
Hey.
Bear dog.
What's up?
Johnny Hellcat.
Hello.
All right. And of course, you know who I am. And we got Doc Griffon as we go tonight. So what's everybody up to?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
You know, just being a pain in the ass and being honest and truthful and direct and pissing people off. And hey, it's what I do. Yay.
Yeah, I heard we nuked North Korea.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
I mean, it could have happened. I would have never known because I was too busy doing other shit.
Again?
Just to say. Everybody's looking good, sounding good tonight. Shoot, just kind of chilling out for 5 minutes. Screw that. I always screw the opening up for some reason because I'm a incompetent piece of shit. But I'm not a piece of shit, just incompetent. How about that? Hey, butt cheeks, everybody out in the audience. William, Tennessee Marine, butt cheeks again. Tyro, hey man. And Joshua Janis, it looks like you're going to be a regular in G-Money. Welcome, everybody. So we've got some stuff to talk about. Tima and Johnny has brought some. So Johnny, why don't you tell me what you were talking about before everybody showed up? Because I thought that was interesting. Y'all remember last week we were talking about how this dude got gored in the ass by a bison in Johnny State. So what happened to this week?
Let's see. I think this is coming from the first. I'll just read the article. A Yellowstone Park visitor posted this video on Facebook of a man appearing to taunt a bison in the Hayden Valley Tuesday evening. The man did not appear to be injured as he yelled at the animal as it charged.
Oh, shit.
Gal posted the video and called it #Don't Drink in Buffalo. But it wasn't entirely clear if the man was drunk.
Yeah.
Park officials warn members of the public not to approach wildlife, especially large ones like bison, because they can injure or kill.
Oh, Jesus. Why do we have to tell people this?
So, was his name by any chance sound something that would make him, imply that he was a matador? Just saying.
No, this guy is. No.
Cool. What were you saying? I'm sorry, Tim. I'm just.
Oh, I was just laughing. I was going, why, just why?
Why?
Hey,
Why?
nature is scary. I had a friend who went to Australia, a bottlenose dolphin.
Very amorous.
Was out swimming around, and that dolphin came around looking all playful and stuff. Just went right up his ass, ripped him open, gave him 8 stitches, and he spent the rest of his Australian vacation in the hospital.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Raped by a dolphin. God. Man.
Well,
I heard
Scary.
dolphins are rapey.
Rapey. Yeah, I heard dolphin prison was bad, but man, really?
It's when you have the interspecies mingling and you have like the co-ed style open prisons that it gets really gnarly, you know?
Exactly. It's those yard shankings that, you know, you just can't control it.
Each other for a pack of sardines.
No shit. See, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Right?
I mean, for fuck's sake, you know?
I'm just rolling some joints and watching Korean pop videos.
That's right. So you into K-pop?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
What? Any favorites?
BTS.
Yeah. Does Chloe Bennett's stuff ever show up on there?
No, I don't know, man.
You know who she is? She's the chick that's on fucking Marvel's Shield, Agents of Shield.
Oh,
She hot?
Yeah, she's really hot, and she's half Asian, half Caucasian, and she is like a huge K and C pop star. It's like somebody just discovered her in Chicago, and you know, you'd think all her money and shit was coming from the Marvel, TV series, but produced by Joss Whedon. But no, her money's coming from rock and roll and singing, redos of other pop songs, in Korean and Chinese. She doesn't speak a lick of it either. She just phonetically,
is that the girl that plays Sky?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. These guys look like girls. They look like lesbians, so that's why I think I'm attracted to it. I don't know.
Hey, Kim Jong-un, it's like a Kim or Kim.
Yeah, like 4 of the guys in this band, their last name is Kim.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's Korea, man.
That's like
crazy. Well, Doc, man, how's your week been, dude?
It's been pretty damn interesting. I do want to get the one pimping thing out of the way because it's near and dear to my heart. We've got a charity stream running tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. It is a charity benefit reading homoerotic fiction Stroke Foundation, which we're calling The Tingling Rainbow. Every story is going to be read, or that is going to be read by author Chuck Tingle. I don't know if you guys know Chuck at all, but he has been a 2-time Hugo Award writer.
Oh, wow.
Never won anything because of the fact that his books are about 15 to 20 pages long, and they usually end up with something in somebody's butt.
That sounds awesome, man.
We've got American Gadfly, Optic Decay, Joaquin, Disky Fringo, myself, Ariana, and Broski. We're all going to be doing a different story. We're all going to be doing it cold. So we have no idea
awesome.
what it is besides the title.
That sounds incredibly cool, man.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to have at least 2 converts by the end of the reading.
Well, that's the
Putting things in their butts?
Or,
Yes. People wanting... And we were told specifically that we weren't allowed to go out and listen to any of it or read any of it. So we have no idea if this guy is shit or not. Know that he's autistic and schizophrenic, and he's written over 144 books.
Wow. Kind of like Philip K. Dick, huh?
Well, I'm pretty sure there's more dick in a tingle than there is in Philip K. Dick.
Dude, I'm teeing them up for you. You're knocking them out, bro. And say hey to, we got to say hey to Goat Man, okay? And that way yeah, it's going to be a good show now. Goat Man has showed up. He's blessed us with his hoof, and I bow to the hoof and to the whale. All hail Blue Whale. Got to get that out too. Krill be unto you all. Tim, go ahead.
I was going to say the best part of my was a friend of a friend gave me a phone number and said, "Hey, listen, you got to call this guy and get him on your show." And I'm like, "Well, who is it?" Like, it's Gerald Casale.
Yeah, from the fucking. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, he's one of the founding members and one of the main songwriters for Devo. I'm amazed you got that land, because Mother's Ball is really difficult to get in anything. Even to get them in the fucking studio to write music. Much less, this is a fucking huge get, man. What was his brother's name, Doc?
Sally, who just died. I think it was last year or year before.
Yeah.
80% of the phone numbers that I get are bullshit.
Right.
I call them and it's a disconnected number, or I even go back through my old ones and try to call the people that I'd talked to previously. No longer exists. I call, guy picks up the phone, I do my spiel, hi, I'm blah, 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 and I was wondering if I could speak to Gerald Casale. And he goes, "Well, it's my last name right. What can I do for you?" And he was waiting for a plane, so we proceeded to talk. I told him about the little show, and he's like, "Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'll come on. When do you want me?" So we're gonna have the Bob Casale, co-founder of Devo, talk about many good things. Now, one thing I didn't know, he was involved in the Kent State riots.
Yeah, they all went to they were all art majors at Kent State. Go ahead.
And this wasn't a spectator thing for him. And this gets into the reason why Devo was actually created.
Oh, wow.
So let's just say this as a teaser. He knew two of the people who were killed.
Oh, wow. Well, who else was there their freshman year when that happened was Chrissy Hind of the Pretenders.
A chance to talk to Chrissy, but I don't know. She's kind of unreachable.
Yeah, she's very, very, very difficult. But still, that's interesting that's like a focal point for like the new wave / punk movement to have emerged in Middle America. It's like the way the B-52s and REM and stuff were in Athens, Georgia. So it's always all these little areas were popping up during that time, late 70s, with going with these new directions in music, going further. Go ahead.
I'm a native Ohioan.
Right.
You can also say that not only are you getting all these interesting groups coming out, but you realize that Ohio is also the birthplace of Lords, but John Holmes.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
The Wad himself.
We're actually trying to get some porn stars on, too. And I hope it's going to work out.
Well, I know AP will be watching that one for sure.
Well, it was funny because I've been trying to get Axel Braun on. He's the guy who does all the XXX superhero parodies.
Oh, okay.
And I've been kind of bombarding him on Twitter because he doesn't actually have an email address that you can get to. And one of his stars, one of the comments, and then followed me, and I went ahead and just contacted her back, and I said, hey, part of the industry, love to get you in to interview you. So we're working out bringing in Charlotte Stokely. She was also a Penthouse Playmate.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to try to get her in too.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. This sounds like you got an exciting year coming up, man.
Can I just say, anybody can do this. Anybody can do what I'm doing. If you want to run a show, if you want to get people on, it's my grandfather's rule. Never know, or nobody can ever tell you no if you never ask.
Right.
And sometimes they say yes.
Yep.
So as long as you keep asking people, eventually you're going to fill up your schedule. You're going to get interesting people in. And don't go after the people who are doing the sound bites in the headlines. Go after those people that you find interesting.
Exactly.
I have an interesting conversation is, of course, if you like the person right off.
Right. Right. And that's what, and, we had talked about, the thing that I'm doing on Sundays now. And you're my main inspiration for that. So it's like, I really appreciate that, because that's what I'm trying to stick to, is people that interest me and that fascinate me. I'm not really as concerned. There's what is that movie, Field of Dreams, where he says, if you build it, they will come. That's kind of like my philosophy about this YouTube shit. So yeah, I think that's wonderful advice, man. And any,
somebody that you really want to get and you're having trouble getting to, a couple of resources that well, I should mention, in an earlier life, I was a skip tracer.
Right.
Not real hard for me to find information on people. I know how to actually do the backwards looks up and the resources, all that crap. If there's somebody that you really, really, really want, I'll try to find info for you.
Cool, man. I appreciate that. It's awesome. That's awesome. Anybody got any questions for Doc, man? He's giving us the keys to the kingdom, man. Let's pick this boy's brain.
Are you gonna start posting a schedule?
I posted the schedule for the first month, and then the second month I just got kind of lazy and started just kicking them as they went. Like, okay, I've got August completely full. We're gonna have Magog of Morskar on the first week. Second week's gonna be Gavin Hammond. He's the guy who did the voice of Kenny in the Telltale game Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, man. Cool. That's yeah. That's it.
I'm bringing on my first non-E-celeb. Tennessee Marines coming on the 21st. I think he's fascinating. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about. He's going to have a great perspective of somebody who's on the outside, who is able to go stream to stream, supporting the people that he supports.
Mm-hmm.
And I would really love to get into the mind of somebody who does that. Yeah, religiously.
Yeah, well, he's been really good to me in this show, personally, and I never had and I never will have a bad thing to say about him, I don't think.
Good guy.
He's he's straightforward, he's down to earth, and that's what I appreciate in people is, just honesty, man.
Oh, yeah. And then on the 28th, I have Producer Extraordinaire. I don't know if you guys follow or any scary stuff online, but
all my kids do.
Jeff Clement is coming on. He's the producer of the No Sleep podcast.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Okay. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
He and I have been in the trenches a couple times in my IRL, so I'm happy to have him on now. He might actually duck out. One other person that I wanted to bring in, and this is really tough. Okay, on it. The guy that I'm bringing in is Jeff Butler. Jeff Butler, you may have never heard of this guy, but you've seen him. He dropped out of school doing illustrations for TSR. If you have an old Dungeons and Dragons or a Monster Manual, you'll see his art in it.
You're talking like prior to 3rd edition, though. He's really good at drawing boobies.
And he then moved into comic books, did that for a while, and then he kind of got bored with that, and now he's one of the lead 2D animators, a company called DICE, and they do all the Star Wars video games and Heretic.
Yeah.
I remember him from D&D manuals.
But he's got a really short window. I was like, well, why don't we start off with September? He's like, I just graduated from my professorship. Now I'm starting to teach art. A college professor now. So Jeff might duck out for me so I can get the other Jeff in.
That's pretty awesome.
Gerald Casale's coming in on the 4th. Undoom's coming in on the 11th. And another really cool band everybody should look up. They should go look them up right now. Trap.
Just T-R-A-P?
Yeah, Ponytrap.
Oh,
their
Ponytrap.
Ponytrap.
Website is just ponytrapmusic.com. And these guys are amazing. Isolate them. They use their two main instruments, cello, or a stand-up cello, and a viola.
Oh yeah, man! And they do like all the Metallica and shit, and AC/DC and right.
They're doing their own music, own stuff. Yeah, they do their own stuff every so often. Something, but here's the fascinating part. They were trying to find a drummer who could keep up with them. So the lead of Ponytrap built a drummer.
Oh wow!
You literally have. I mean, if you go to their site right now, you will be blown away just by the first picture. And I mean, I can use my Google and grab that real quick for you if you want to see it. If it's something, because you are friends with OBS. OBS hates my guts.
Yeah, I won't be able to show it with this setup that I'll be running right now. But you can pop it in the Discord, in the general.
Did you want me to copy a link into the chat when he does that?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Okay.
Or I can do it. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
You good?
Oh, crud. I'm going to have to get going.
I'm just going to show you first, and if you guys are not in the Discord, your Discord's open, right?
Yeah. What I'll do is I'm going to put the link in the chat.
Okay, here's a picture of them.
Oh, Johnny had to leave. He said he had to go. So, bye,
fire.
Johnny.
Bye, Johnny.
Fire back behind them is their drummer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They've
awesome.
not only for South by Southwest, they've also opened up the newest National Geographic Museum. Particular favorite of a guy by the name of Ron Howard. Them for his parties.
Oh wow.
Oh.
This is like one of those Rube Goldberg type drum things. This looks cool as shit.
It is completely robotic, and it is fascinating. I've got the link there too. I just wanted to show you the picture real quick because it's balls. It's awesome. But yeah, when they get playing, sometimes they use pyrotechnics. Sometimes it's lights. It's always, he's always got it completely pre-programmed to their music. I'm hoping that if I can get my shit together, we can actually have them do a live performance.
That would sound awesome. I would love to hear that shit, man. You need to, yeah, you need to just, like she said, man, get some way to get that information, the schedule out there, because people, I think people are starting to get in a regular habit, and if something, that they're not, watching per se. I think that, Mad Woman Muses, she has her list of weekly streams and stuff. And, you could probably post it up there or something. If you've got you can copy and paste it, and then she'll put it up for you.
Now, I will share my only fear with that. Just like the Jeff situation. Like, we had, and I can't go into the story just to be good about it, but one of the people that we were to have on the technology and decided to cancel. Had to fill in. Of course, I got a really great buddy who jumped right in, and the thing about it was he had an awesome story because friend Otis Gyrie, he's probably one of the best voice guys who does scary stuff on YouTube. The government was deporting him. So we basically didn't talk about his career. We talked about how he was getting
deported.
And it was an amazing interview. I love where these interviews go because I want my guests. I may be driving the car, but the guest is the one giving me the directions where to go.
Right.
That's what fascinates me. So, who's been doing voiceover work for over 40 years, we don't even breach the subject, and it's still a great interview.
Indeed. Did you want to talk maybe about the health stuff that you've been dealing with that we had touched on, or do you want to talk about something else now?
I'll be honest with you. I would rather for people to what I'm doing now more than the shit that I've gone through.
Okay.
Because I've seen so many people on YouTube doing the woe is me. Here's my Patreon. Here's my Streamlabs. Oh gosh, pity me.
Yes.
Fuck that. I mean, I've been. I'll just say briefly. I've been housebound for 4 years. And I was going out of my gourd. Somebody said, hey, why don't you come and co-host the stream with me? Ended up me doing my own show a little bit farther down the road. I thank everybody who tunes in, whether or not I've got a dozen people tuning in or I've got 200 people tuning in or 2,000. It's something that I'm getting paid back. I'm here doing something and people are appreciating it, and they're not appreciating it with the I hate to be a dick sounding like this. I'd rather it feel like the Olympics than the Special Olympics. Makes any sense?
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I don't like talking about the shit I've gone through because I don't want pity.
Yeah.
Right. I get it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can laugh at me all you want. I can be the lovable lush doing the interviews, but, if people kind of have thrown money my way, and I appreciate them a lot, I know that they're doing it because I'm entertaining them.
Good.
And not because they feel bad about my situation.
Right. I get it. It's like earning your pay. And it's like, and people encouraging you to keep doing what you're doing, because they're, you know, they're financially, you know, putting they're literally, you know, what's the phrase? They're putting their money where their mouth is, you know?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So that's excellent. Got Trippy Poop popping in a minute. If y'all good with that. So
No,
John,
you can have Trippy in. I only love that guy.
all right.
Hasn't invited me to the Cards Against Humanity yet, but I'm waiting.
That's right. Well, let's put you two together and make a love connection.
Ooh, yeah. But I can't wait until Saturday, because we've got bets. We got internal bets on who's not going to be able to finish this homoerotic science fiction. Because, I mean, from what I've been told, it gets very colorful.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yes.
We're thinking that there are two people who are just gonna go, nope, nope, nope. They're gonna get in within the first, you know, quote unquote love scene and be like, I'm out, no more. Well, that's why. Well, Diskey's the one who organized all this, and he was like, I want to see if I can make sure that I can get people to get through most of it. They won't get through all of it. And me and Joker, you guys know Killing Joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Killing Joke's like, fuck this, I'll make it through it. And I was like, hey, if Joke's gonna make it through it, I'm gonna make it through it.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, he was a guest last week, and I'm interviewing him Sunday. So,
Killing Joke is hilarious.
He's a great guy.
To make one of my Cards Against Humanity answers Doc's missing face or something.
It was
you
something.
want to be part of the card game, or you want to be playing, or you want to be both? What's up, Doc?
How's it going, Trippy?
Hey, you can come and play with us anytime you want. Am I muted?
No,
you're
you're
not.
good.
Oh, okay. All right.
Trippy.
I have problems with Discord sometimes. What's up? What's up, Bear Dog? How you doing?
Hey,
And Tim
hi.
and Irate.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Doc. I hope everything is way better than it has been.
Yeah, hey,
It was
you know,
super gay earlier.
Oh God, I kept saying that in chat too. And I was like, well, at least they're doing better than the Stream one.
Oh
But-
my god.
But
Yeah, let's
you kinda have
move.
to
I'd rather we not dwell on that shit tonight.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, you do have to kind of thank them because they did bring it to the attention, and then it was able to be done better on a different channel. So there we go. That's all.
Definitely.
That's all I want to say.
Tyro,
Yeah.
definitely.
Tyro Demand, he got it.
He's a good guy.
Okay.
ended up with half that story, and the other half will float in whenever it floats in.
Yeah, whatever. It's cool. So on to the things and stuff, guys.
Did you know that there's an epidemic of people washing and reusing condoms?
I heard about that. I don't know if I heard about it from you, but I heard about it from somebody.
Is that one of the stories you brought?
Yes, it is.
Oh, please read it to us.
Let me open it back up. I didn't.
Tell me that they're reusing it because they're drug mules.
Well, see, what I said was, what you got to do is you finish having sex with the chick, and then you wash it out, and you flip it inside out. Bam, new condom.
Trippy, I don't want to.
I know. Just do it.
I boxed the whole pack for a reason.
Okay, anybody else who wants to look at it, I put it in the chat. Okay, so reusing and recycling household items is an easy way to do your part to help save the environment. But the CDC took the unprecedented step to warn about the dangers of reusing one particular item: condoms. We say it because people do it. Don't rewash or don't wash and reuse condoms. Use a fresh one for each sex act. The CDC tweeted in July.
Now, does that mean each sex act during, like, or does that mean, like, do you have to keep, like, if it's a long one, do you have to, like, keep taking it off and then putting it back on, or, You know what I'm saying?
Fucking fine. I don't know.
I mean, because you can do multiple sex acts during a one sexual session. So.
Oh no, they mean like you got to use a condom if you're getting a blowjob. Then you got to switch condoms if you're
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's what they're saying.
Well, they're saying you can't wash it. They're saying you can't wash it. Is what they're saying. You can't wash that condom and reuse it later. Don't turn that fucker inside out.
Those little cheap motherfuckers doing that shit, man.
I'm like, how bad does your life have to be that you can't go to the clinic and get lots of free condoms in a fucking brown paper bag because that's how we used to get them?
No, that's how it happens in like the ghetto areas. They gangbang a chick and they just pass the condom around.
Holy Jesus.
That's awful.
Hey, dude, you want to use it next? He's like, man, yours is rolled out too far.
From Kroger's.
There you go. Hefty. Whippy.
They're looking for reusable condoms or reusable needles. Just have them walk down in my ghetto. There's a lot of them around.
Just pick a couple up, man. Go home, wash them out. Good as new.
Sometimes you can find a bra. What was it? A couple days ago, I found a one of those, half dressing gowns. The one that just comes down past the ass.
Oh, sorry. Was it a slip?
It wasn't my color, so I had to get rid of it.
Well, and sometimes they're a little tight across the chest for men. It makes them ride up a little higher.
Yeah, no shit.
Sit over here. Man. A couple of months ago, I walked down the road, and I think Tim has heard me say this, but it's actually true. I go and turn down this one road, and there's a jersey sitting on the ground, and one Nike, and then you walk a few more feet, and there's a condom wrapper, and then the used condom. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to that guy? Did he disappear after the sex? Like he just kind of like poof. He was like, shit, this bitch pregnant, and he just disappeared.
Oh Lord!
Just disintegrated.
Apparently he was probably working out.
Is that what I've been doing wrong? Jogging without a condom.
Oh Lord! And then
Wild side. I always jog without a condom.
Hey man.
Yeah. I thought it was normal.
Well, I was
Wait. Aren't condoms for peeing?
Yeah. That's why they have that little
I hope
empty
someone
spot at
gets
the
my
tip.
reference.
South Park. South Park. Yeah. Well, because they didn't want to catch nothing from the girls. They had to wear a condom. Sometimes you got to put a little rubber band on there to hold it on.
I fucking forgot about that.
The rubber band.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Somebody killed me.
I still gotta look for it, but there's a radio story where a guy calls into this station, and they start asking him questions about his sex life and stuff. And they're like, "Do you use condoms?" And he goes, "Nope. I found a way to get, that done a lot cheaper." And they go, "Well, how is that?" And he goes, "I just buy a box, like 100
Cling wrap.
of those latex gloves, and I cut the fingers off, and I use those." And he goes, sometimes they're a little loose, so I have to use Scotch tape to hold them on.
Oh, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
And he keeps going into different details, and they were like, "So are you married?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Think about the size of those fingers too, man.
Right.
So what does that tell you about the size of his dick? You know what I'm saying?
Tiny. Yeah.
Irate's the other one thinking about the size of his dick.
No, I'm saying to know if you're using the fingers, man, you definitely don't have your equipment's definitely not up to snuff for for a real rubber.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
they asked him if he's ever done anal with his wife, and he was like, "Let me tell y'all something. You don't use butter for anal sex because it smells really bad."
What the fuck?
And they're like, "Did you tell your wife that?" And he goes, "Of course I did. It's her fault." Anyway,
that's from a scene in a movie called Last Tango in Paris. Doc, you know what I'm talking about with the butter. Yeah, it's at the end of the movie, towards the end.
What's his name? Marlon Brando.
Yes. He's shoving the butter up her ass, and he said he's gonna make her fuck a pig and shit. And she says, "I'll do it," and it was just a rough ride there. Yeah.
That was when you got your first fetish.
Right. Watching movies, man. Actually, that happened a long time ago in a parking lot. I mean, in a
okay. Well, let me ask you.
In a drive-in.
In a parking lot.
In a drive-in. Yeah.
Oh.
What were you gonna say, Doc?
Let me ask everybody this, because this is a fetish question I could never get an answer about. I understand a lot of fetishes. I've been to a lot of sex clubs, been to a lot of freaky deaky. Not understand, and anybody on the panel can explain it to me, then you will have my undying loyalty. Is it about the balloon fetish? Now, I'm not talking about fucking a balloon.
I don't.
You're talking about popping the balloons?
No, not popping it, not fucking it, just being around a balloon. You don't even have to make the sounds.
I don't know. I
think it's got something to do with static electricity.
So it's like a giant floating head in the room or some shit? Or I don't get it. I mean, how do they use it sexually?
It's a sexual fetish just to be near it. It makes them excited just to be near the balloon. It's a really bizarre thing. I've seen some. We used to call them balloon. What do we call them? Balloon bunnies or something like that, because they would come
that sounds about right. Yeah.
A big. Because I used to model at fetish parties all the time. I would be the girl that was sat in the swing and not touched. I just sat in the swing. It was really weird. Because that was like a display case basically. And you would see these people walking around with balloons, and every once in a while there'd be a person who would walk up and they would grab a balloon and just hold it and be really excited about holding it, and then you'd watch them like masturbate or have sex with somebody else, and you'd be like, what? I always thought it was age play, though. I didn't realize it was actually like a fetish with the balloon.
It's a full paraphilia, yeah.
A friend who got paid a lot of money, and what she would do is empty room that was filled with balloons, and she would spend 15 minutes just walking through the balloons, sexual, and that's what she got paid on. She just walked around in a bunch of balloons for 15 minutes, and she got bank, and she got paid really good for it.
Yeah, I got paid. I got paid over $1,000 a night for sitting in a swing, not being touched, just wearing a corset and a pair of short shorts in a fucking sex swing that nobody touched me. I just sat there, and I get $1,000 for sitting there for 3 hours.
Damn.
And that was back in the late 90s.
Fuck, I'm in the wrong business.
Fucking A, dude. I'm not in that shit no more, though.
I want to pay Irate to sit in a sex swing.
You know you'd love it, man. You do. Oh, dude. Man, that's crazy. You know, paraphilias are very interesting, man. You know, like, you know, especially the people obsessed with scat and stuff. And it's, you know, in the Eastern Europeans, man, are so fucking stuck into that scat shit, and I really don't get it. But and why Eastern Europeans? You know, it's just these kind of mysteries. These are the things that drive me to keep coming back and keep asking those hard questions. You know, I can
see that. I can see the Germans liking scat porn just because, well, you know, they've been shit on for the past 200 years or so. So why not keep it up?
No, that could be it.
Two girls, one, zwei Mädchen, einem Tasse. Kommen Sie und sehen, ja, das ist gut. Touchy, touch. I like the way it talk, baby. Them real good with some mustard and some French fried taters. Love the taste of that. And baby, I gotta come by and say hey to y'all too. You never met me, you know, but I'd really love to meet each and every one of you. Come on and sit in my lap. We'll talk about the first thing that pops up. Okay.
That's way too accurate, Irate. That's way too accurate.
Come on now. You know I'm down with the DTF, baby. I'm with it. I'm just DTF all the time. You know, that blue dress, man, I had to wipe my dick on something. I mean, shit. That's all I'm saying, you know.
Jesus, have you seen him lately?
Yeah. Man, he's really, well, fuck, if he's married to her, wouldn't you look like that, too?
Well, God, you got to drink every second of every day.
That's what I'm saying. His nose is fucking redder than a fucking baboon's ass. I mean, shit.
Yeah, he's looking like some anime at that point. He looks like a fucking
No shit.
Jesus, that man just creepy.
Oh man. Well, let's see. Where do we go from here? Holy shit.
I have another disturbing story.
Disturb me.
Vagina beer.
Oh God, no!
I've heard of this before.
Vagina.
Oh
The
shit.
essence of hot
the
underwear
yeast.
models.
Okay, we need to get Aaron in here first. All right, sweet Aaron, come on in. Tell us about the yeast.
Jesus.
Go for
Yeah.
Are
it.
you
Balls of pussy cheese?
Holy Jesus.
Oh. Yeah, no, so a Polish beer made from the vaginal lactic acid of hot underwear models has gone on sale.
Wait a minute, I thought that was just in Kickstarter mode.
No, it's on sale, baby.
That's crazy, man.
The Odd Tipple has been launched by a Warsaw brewery named the Order of Yoni. Yoni is the Sanskrit word for vagina. Customers can now buy the beer and taste the essence of the models at various pubs after it premiered on July 28th in the Polish city of Katowice. I'm not sure how to say that because I don't know much about the Polish language.
Maybe Kwartowicz.
Maybe Kotovic.
Yeah.
Kotovic, I don't know.
Yeah, the W's are V's probably.
And it's ICE, so I don't know. I speak English.
That's right.
The brewery's website tells potential customers, imagine the woman of your dreams, your object of desire, her charm, her sensuality, her passion. Now you can try how she tastes, feel her smell, hear her voice.
Holy
I would
moly.
hope to God a woman wouldn't taste like beer.
Yeah, right?
Now, Thai food's a different story.
I suppose so.
Oh, it's bad.
I've never tasted a vagina that it didn't taste anything other than, fucking wet skin. I think that's normal. It seems like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going into dark places now.
I had a friend of mine. He asked me one day. He goes, "Dude, have you ever gone down on a chick who smelled like fish?" I'm like, "Why the hell would you ask me that?" And he goes, "Oh, so that's a no then?" I said, "Fuck no." He goes, "Well, I did." I'm like, "Oh."
I only have 3 words to describe my ex-wife.
The vagina beer? On tap?
It's 2
Or
words.
It's 4.
Certainly not have her on tap.
I thought frothy was going to be a word used. Sorry.
4 words, frothy ass on tap.
Frothy
Oh my
emotional appeal.
Frothy emotional connection.
Oh.
Give it to the Europeans.
My
Oh
God.
my God.
Would you drink the beer, though? Literally.
No.
I don't think I could bring myself to do it anyway.
What about you, Bear Dog?
Bear Dog.
Bear Dog? Would you
you-
drink pussy beer?
It was my wife's, yeah.
How's she doing, man?
Okay, well, that's understandable, yeah.
She's pretty sick, but she's sleeping right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. What
Oh,
the?
that's
That's
cool.
why you're around.
But yeah.
But we're not saying do it now.
What do you want me to do?
We don't want you to do anything right now. We want you to make
Okay,
your
cool.
own private distillery in your garage.
Now, yeah, Goatman saying, what's next? Butt cheese beer?
Probably. Oh no, fermented cheese for sure.
Oh, crazy.
Oh. How about smegma canapes?
Nice.
Probably get somebody to buy that.
Well, yeah, you got to put them up in there. If you got to have a foreskin first,
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm out then.
yeah, exactly. You got to put them up in there for a little bit, and then, pop them out.
Like that chick I knew in the ping pong balls.
Yeah, the goat man says it would taste like ass. Butt cheese. Oh.
Trippy, I have been to a place where there was a very, very talented woman on stage. Able to take, let's say she was playing her own game of 9-ball.
Right.
Oh, nice.
No, now here's the magic part. You could call out a number and she would produce that number ball.
Wow.
Oh, are you kidding?
That's insane.
That's crazy.
In the negative.
Oh my God.
She did that.
I do remember there being a dude on Guinness World Records when they had that TV show, and he could like swallow shit and then like spit it up later.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah, he swallowed like 4 quarters, and they had the dates written down on each quarter, and he was able to burp each quarter back up according to the date that they asked him to fucking spit out.
That's crazy.
Okay, that's
man.
gross.
Hey, I would put her 9 balls against his 4 quarters any day.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, be sure to smash that like button. Billy Boy wants you to now. Come on. Hit it. Smash it like it's your woman's clit now. All right?
Do it.
Do it, baby. Do it. And make sure, I got a Streamlabs. I've got a Streamlabs. I've been exploited this week, man. Hook a man up. The Clinton Initiative has closed its doors, and I have got no income. Come on now. I'm kidding. Bill, man, you see, I've got a new group of people that I'm with now, and so some of these things are going to happen. Bill's going to pop out, and Alex is not going to pop out tonight. I don't know. He may not. It just depends. So, well, not all the frogs are gay, okay? For fuck's sake. That's all I'm saying. Every time they talk to him, brand for gay frogs. Gay frogs. That's all I fucking hear. Fucking gay frogs, man. People, get a new goddamn meme, for fuck's sake. I mean, really.
Underwater Alex Jones on to say that.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
We're going to get the gay frogs. They're gay! No, it's the Canadian frogs are gay. Our frogs are fine, man.
Blame Herbie.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, blame Schmeckle. Blame somebody.
They're both Canadian. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me that apparently Tom Pinoid said that he would rather have sex with an alien dog than an alien woman. Anybody seen that stream?
I was there.
Okay.
That entire thing started because I asked him one question because he said something that was kind of random and obscure. Okay. We were talking about stuff, and we were talking about smashing or something like that, and I made a funny comment about something, and then he said something about, oh yeah, I'd smash just about anything. And I said, wait, Tom, are you saying that you're into interspecies relationships? And without missing a beat, he said yes. Now, I really don't think Tom understood what I said.
Probably not.
But
he was pretty drunk.
Dude, if the alien looks like Sigourney Weaver, I'm down.
So the Schmeckle takes it as, you'd fuck a dog? Now, in Tom's brain, he's thinking aliens, like the predators, because of my hair. I don't know how he made that connection, but apparently my hair makes him think of.
Yeah, they kind of have dreads. Yeah,
yeah, the dread.
Yeah.
So whatever, I've never made the connection because their dreads don't look real. They look like.
Well, it's not. They don't know what. They don't know whether they're hair-like or whether they're like just flesh, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they were once. Maybe they were Gorgons. You know, descendants of the race that you know, Medusa. The Medusa myth was created from, or something.
Maybe, yeah. You never know what.
I've thought about this shit. You can tell.
Yeah.
Deeply.
Yeah. So I can tell. We all know the things that keeps Irate going in the middle of the night. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Uzi Q. I'm sorry. It's yeah.
Yeah, well, she's a ginger, so we have to make some jokes.
Love them redheads, baby. Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
So do I.
This turns into. Wait a minute, Tom. What if it was a blue alien chick? And the questions get asked, and he's all, but she got to chat me up first, right?
Yeah. Heard about
She gotta
that.
chat me up first, right? And then that turns to, well, what if it's a blue dog alien with the finest pussy ever, and it talks, and then that turns into Tom would fuck a dog for $1 million. I'm not quite sure how we got there because I was pretty stoned at the time.
Well, the question, the deciding question was: A, can it get me a beer from the fridge, and B, can it make me a sandwich? And if both of those questions answers are yes, then of course he's gonna,
Okay,
oh, right.
He'll definitely make a baby with it.
I already messaged you about that, Irate. Like me and his views on women, completely different. Like I like to play it up a little bit, but I think Tom's some of that he ain't playing it up,
Hey.
Yeah, but it's cool. He slept with April.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
He's an alright guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I told him if he ever went missing that everybody would expect him back in April.
I'm down with that. It's good, man. It's good. So, did anything happen in national news that we need to talk about this week?
Well, I don't know if you guys covered it, but the guy that used to be the wrestler Kane is now mayor
Of
Knox
County.
Of Tennessee, Knox County. That's not far from where a friend of mine lives. So
yeah, they now have a 6'10" mayor.
Yeah, who's a damn good wrestler and a great football team. Think about it.
Yeah,
football and wrestling all in the same fucking. His skybox is probably fun.
Yeah, I was trying to get him on the show, and he said, "Well, got to wait till the campaign's over."
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Over. I'm going to see if I can get him on too.
Nice.
Apparently, they've released a statement for the Vegas shooting. There was no motive.
Really?
There was no motive.
Are you fucking kidding?
They're telling us there's no motive. He just decided to kill people because he did, I guess. I don't know, but that's a headline on the Drudge Report right now.
I know that there were people there that night that claimed that they could tell that there was more than one gun firing off.
Right.
But okay, so in the place they were, acoustics could have fooled people.
Yeah, it could
However,
have been a ricochet. But it's like 5 or 6 sounds every time one shot happens. There's like 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and that has to do with the acoustics of all the glass and everything around. There were 2 windows busted out, but there is also footage of some people driving around on the opposite side of the building, and you can't tell if it's a reflection, or on another side of the building, you can't tell if it's a reflection of the muzzle flash, or if it's actually somebody else shooting from a third location.
Wow.
Now, with one person shooting, I would have expected less, especially with the distance. I would have expected less casualty and less damage, but I don't know that much about ballistics. So, you know what I mean? Like, it could be anything. It could be.
Yeah, you'd have to see
already.
Go ahead,
That
Bubba.
the cop lied
What was that?
in the hotel. They already proved that he lied.
The rent-a-cop, yep, he lied and then left the country.
That's the guy that I was wondering where the hell he went to, the rent-a-cop guy.
He's in Mexico.
Everybody was looking for him for a while. Like conspiracy theorists, people who didn't think there was any conspiracy. They were looking for him because he just fucking disappeared.
No,
Wasn't he the one that
he's the one
shot through the door or something?
Well, supposedly Human Resources told him that he needed to leave because they had found out, and they knew this all along, that he was undocumented.
Of course they do.
Boom, and that was that Monday. Didn't the shooting happen on a Saturday or Sunday night?
Yeah, it all happened pretty close together.
Yeah, and boom, he was gone. He made a brief statement to the police. His statement didn't add up with what the cam showed. So yeah, it's a shit show, man. And I'm amazed. Well, I'm not amazed at this fucking FBI and this version of the judicial, that whole branch of the Attorney General's office and the DOJ. would come up with a report saying it was not motivated, because I guarantee you the wife was from the Philippines, and that's one of the fastest growing Islamic nations. I think it's in the top 5. Islam is growing like at an exponential rate there.
I don't think it was Islam. I don't think it was Islam, though. I think it was radical leftism.
Maybe.
Because there's all kinds of stuff. There were people coming out and saying that he was a pretty radical leftist.
Well, did you guys see the footage of his brother when he was questioned about the shooting? That dude's brother was fucking insane too.
Dude, he was on coke. As a matter
he
of
was
fact,
lying
he
about
was
stuff. His body language was indicating lying.
Well, I saw a fucking piece of a small piece of rock hang on the inside of his nostril during one of the interviews. I mean, he had just done a rail when he walked in there. It was like, dude.
He was acting like it was no big deal. He's like, yeah, he used to fucking do this, that, and the other, and like, you guys are making fun, or you guys are talking shit about him gambling.
Yeah, like, y'all are taking this way out of proportion. Fuck, man.
Right? Nobody ever said anything about gambling. It was the fact that he was shooting innocent people. You guys standing there, oh, you shouldn't fucking talk shit about gamblers.
Well, and at the same time that the shooting at it was the Mirage, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it was the Pyramid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't the Luxor. I thought it was next to the Luxor.
Hold on, I'll find
out.
out.
The Mirage too.
It was next to the Luxor. I'm pretty sure it was the Mirage.
Okay.
But Caesar's Palace down the road had people running down the hallway, and there was gunfire, and they were running from somebody with a gun in Caesar's Palace as well at the same time.
Wow.
There was footage of that. It's not there anymore, but there was footage of that on the internet for quite a while before YouTube took everything about the Vegas shooter down.
911 calls from 3 different hotels. Shooters, active shooters.
Yeah, the night that it happened, what I remember is, and you guys are probably gonna poke fun at this, I was watching a Mundane Matt live stream. I know I'm ashamed, but he was singing Barbie Girl. So don't let Mundane Matt sing Barbie Girl, or there will be a shooting in Las Vegas.
All right, I'm looking it up, and it was the Mandalay Bay, is what they're saying.
That's what it was,
right,
not
Mandalay
the Mirage,
Bay.
the Mandalay Bay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that now that rings a fucking bell.
Yeah.
I wasn't so sure about the Mirage. I'm like, I think so. It sounds familiar.
I'm not sure the Mirage is still there.
You know?
I think the
It might be
Mirage.
gone.
Yeah, I think it's gone. Because it's like I went there when I was a little kid, and like every place I saw is gone now, of course, because I'm old. I mean, shit.
That's okay.
Hey, Circus is still there, man.
Oh, really?
After, right after my mom had me, so like right after I was born, the house that I lived in after that, it's no longer there. It's just a lot, just a plot of land in Detroit.
What year were you born in?
1987.
Wow.
I know, right?
I know.
Hey, I just kind of shoot the Schmeckel.
by then.
I make fun of Schmeckel for being
So who's the youngest person in the room? Who's the youngest
I
person in
think
the
it's
room?
actually Trippy.
It's
That's
gotta
a
be.
rarity. How old is Bear Dog? Is she still here?
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
Are you like, what are you, like 32 or something?
I'm 30.
Oh, hey, we
Yeah.
tied.
okay.
We're the youngest people in the room. Although I am going to be 31 in October, so...
Oh, trippy, me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Y'all Scorpios like to do it fun now, don't you?
Mine's October 4th, so... Early ass October birthday.
October 2nd.
Oh, shit.
Dude.
She's older than me, guys. By, like,
That's
2 days.
hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
It is, isn't it? Well, at least you weren't born in Detroit. Because then I'd be like, are you like a relative of mine or something?
You never know, man.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
never really did.
Have you ever? All right, this is a great question that Uzi Q and I were talking about a couple of days ago. Have you ever? They say everybody's got a double. Have you ever seen your double, or somebody that you thought looked like you? I saw a black person of myself. I saw a black version of myself
Nice.
one day. When I was at some kind of fucking mall or some shit. And I'm going, God damn, he looks just like me, except he's black. And so yeah, it was like. So have y'all not heard that everybody supposedly has a doppelganger out there?
Yes, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I figure mine is in another country on a different continent.
Mm-hmm.
I was told when I was growing up that people had, like, they knew my double, but they told me that the biggest difference between us was your glasses. And he usually put his hair in a ponytail, and I'm like, yeah, well, that's something I'd never do.
Oh, man bun. Put in a man bun, dude.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time traveling the eastern seaboard and the Midwest, and every place that I went to, without fail, said, "Hey, you're such and such," or "Didn't I go to school with you?" I just have a familiar face.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always write it off to. I don't think I have a twin. I just think I have one of those faces that are familiar.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Tim.
No, I was going to say my husband looks almost exactly like Wally from Leave It to Beaver. Like, the resemblance is unbelievably uncanny.
I was thinking Wall-E from the Pixar movie.
No. Okay. Wally from Leave It to Beaver. The older brother.
Isn't Wally a cop now?
I don't know. My husband isn't a cop. But
Either Wally or the Beef who became an actual cop.
I think it's the Beef that became an actual cop. I thought Wally died in the 70s from, like, alcoholism or some shit.
Google machines, people.
I'm not. I'm lazy today. I've done enough Google machine shit for my lifetime.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I could see that.
You do it, Trippy.
Okay.
You do
Leave
it.
In my beaver, right? I wish I knew his name. Wale.
I don't remember the actor's name.
And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. Oh, his name was Tony something. Shit. Yeah.
Tony Dowd.
Tony Dowd. Bingo, bro.
Doc.
See, this is why Doc and Irate should do streams together.
I was gonna say you, me, and fucking Killing Joke should
Oh my
stream.
god, yes. You guys should call it something with the word boomer in it.
Yeah, I had. Yeah, I like that.
Or like
Killing Joke makes me laugh too much. I swear to God, I'm going to have to mute my mic tomorrow when he starts reading, because I'm going to be on the fucking floor. I'm reading homoerotic science fiction literature is going to flatten me.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, The Killing Joke.
Oh, he's gonna do it too? What's he ripping off Tyro for? I'm gonna have to start some fake beef.
No, you just need to listen better, Trippy.
What's going on with Tyro?
I thought Tyro was gonna read.
He is. A whole bunch of different people going to read different stories.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yes, it's an anthology.
Wait, who's reading what? I didn't get the name, Trippy.
Tyro Incoate?
Tyro Incoate.
That's 3 times now.
Who the fuck that is?
Oh, you'd like him. He's a deep-voiced guy who's into science, so I guess he's going to read homoerotic science fiction tales. Or something. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. You guys lie to me.
For our show, it's going to be Husky, Ariana, Optic Decay, Killing Joke, American Gadfly, and myself.
Who did you say before, Gadfly?
No, Tyro's doing his own ASMR stuff, I think.
Yeah, he's
Tyro.
doing ASMR. Yeah. You said American Gadfly. I like that guy. I've actually.
He was a great guest, man. Were you here that day, Trippy?
I think I was. I dipped in for a minute,
Yeah.
and then I got real busy, so I didn't get the chance to watch a lot.
Yeah, he's cool as shit too. It's like everybody, man. Everybody on here that I've talked to is pretty fucking cool. You know, and they tend to be like laid back and easygoing and intelligent. I'm seeing a pattern here. Fill in your blank with the other shit.
Right.
So let's. All right, we got. Well, we still got about 20 minutes. Good.
I did look up Tony Dow finally, and he's not dead.
Yeah, I think the guy that played Eddie Haskell is though.
Probably.
I can't remember. He was
3 years old though.
Yeah, he ended up being a cop, an LA cop. Hello, Mrs. Cleaver. How are you doing? We're gonna kill Beaver, man. We'll cut his brain out. You know. Oh, hi, Mrs. Cleaver. You look wonderful today. I love your pearls.
So, yeah. If you look at a picture of the Tony Dowd from the time he played,
Yeah,
he looks the same.
And my husband is spitting image at that age.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive.
I don't know which one's a cop though, because I clicked on Eddie Haskell and it says that he is an American actor, retired. Oh, he's a retired policeman.
Well, yeah, it's been a while.
So there you are. You guys were correct. He is 75 years old.
I think I can think of him going, "Gosh, Mrs. Cleaver, I would have loved to have given you a pearl necklace."
No,
Except for my husband has this deep booming voice. He's the rumble in the background whenever I'm streaming.
I've heard it.
She want a pearl necklace.
Yeah, I've heard it. All he's got to do is he doesn't even need to go down on a tema. He just needs to talk close to it, and it works.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. If you can get Schmeckel to say that sounds like a beautiful man, you know you're doing something right, right?
I guess.
Yeah, he did say he would fuck his voice any time. I told that to Malcolm from the North. I said, your voice makes me want to stick my dick in it. Yeah. I mean, you know, you just hear those rich voices, man. It's like, God damn.
Like
Yeah, I'm
Mad
glad
Metal
it's
Man's
enough to
deep ass fucking voice.
And you know who's real surprising is Toad McKinley. Man, that dude has got a beautiful singing voice. It was like AP was on the stream with us one night, and AP was saying, "Yeah, man, I gotta go," blah blah blah, and he started singing to him like to stay and shit, and we're going, "Holy shit!" It was just, you know, it was one of those moments where it's like, God damn, he was really good, and of course he stayed, and it was he's always funny, yeah. But I'm not riding any dicks here, okay? I'm just saying.
I like
Ride them all, baby. That's what I do.
just doesn't fit into this current personality, so I don't do it under the Doc Griffon.
What, sing?
Well,
Doc?
no, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, his mic keeps cutting out like at like important parts.
Is my mic fuckering up again?
It's probably Discord.
Hold on, I'll reload.
Okay.
All right.
I've been having issues with it all day, too. It was really hard to discuss things today.
Did you see our clusterfuck of a cunt stream today? It was just our cringe episode that we always do. So, you know, chill. But at the same time, we were supposed to do one topic, and then 2 hours before showtime, which I didn't see it till about 5 minutes before showtime, the topic changed. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Whoopsie.
What we were supposed to do was talk about, we were supposed to talk about the Maddox thing. The guy who tried to sue somebody for calling him a cuck on live stream, basically. We were supposed to talk about that. And then Schmeckel goes in the DM thing. He's like, how about we talk about Michael Jackson? Because our special guest can't make it. I'm like, well, I guess it doesn't matter to me, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
That
I'll talk
sucks.
about everything.
Yeah.
What did you guys talk about with Michael Jackson?
Just kind of hit a couple of different topics, and then we tried to shut down kind of early. And we could not get Brockus's attention, so I think the stream literally ended on me saying, well, it's really easy to get shows shut off around here, isn't it?
As soon as you start bitching about it, you know. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no doubt.
God.
We talked about a few things.
Tasty popsicle.
like I guess Michael Jackson. He was supposed to be like I guess he was supposed to be at the World Trade Centers.
Have some Jesus juice
on September 11th.
Oh,
Michael
really?
Jackson was supposed to be in one of the towers that day, but I guess he slept late, so he just he didn't make it.
Yeah, propofol. Hashtag.
Yeah, and there was a story in there that said that him and I can't remember the guy's name, the Godfather guy, fucking the big fat dude.
Marlon Brando?
Yeah, it said him and Marlon Brando and one other person actually drove out of New York all in the same car with no bodyguards. So one of them drove, and I think they said that they drove all the way to Chicago or something like that. I can't remember what state. And then called their people and were like, "We're okay. We didn't end up in that. We're fine." You know. And then they said that something about Michael Jackson dedicated something to Marlon Brando in 2004, or it was an interview or something like that where he said that recounted the situation that they were in. It was really weird. It was it was on a website that was supposed to be little known facts about Michael Jackson.
I want to thank Michael Jackson for being nice enough to loan me the car so we could drive to Chicago with everybody. It was a fantastic experience. He was a nice kid, and give me the butter.
Oh, and I guess Neverland Ranch is still for sale for $100 million. Actually,
well, nobody wants to buy it because it's so much maintenance to take care of the property.
So cringy.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's got so many, or he had so many rides on that property, and then there's of course multiple buildings, and there's a fucking train station with a
He had
train.
his own fire crew.
Yeah.
He had his own full-time fire crew. I knew people that worked on it. He had his own full-time fire crew for the property.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, man.
I still am going to say he was not a pedophile.
Yeah, Corey Feldman said that. I guess Macaulay Culkin agrees that Michael Jackson never tried anything with him. And that he never saw Jackson ever try anything with anybody like that.
Yeah, the Corey that's alive is Feldman, right?
Yeah.
And he's asserting that there are open pedophile rings, and he says, but Michael Jackson never touched him. I mean,
no, Michael Jackson just was stuck in Arrested Development, as far as I could tell.
exactly.
I lived down the street from him.
It was still weird, Jesus juice and stuff. I mean, come on.
Well, you'd be weird too. I mean, shit. He basically started singing with the Jackson 5 when he was 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, he was 5 years old, and his dad beat the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
He beat all of his kids. Beat them,
Yep.
not spanked them and shit.
No,
he
he
would
beat the
be
snot
like, "I
out of
told you to sing it like this."
Right, exactly.
It's so fucked up, and yeah, I think anybody would end up messed up if they had to live that same life.
Right, and
Well,
if
then
you
on top of it, yeah.
if you
You've
looked
got
in the
the
mirror,
yeah.
if you looked in the mirror, you saw your dad looking back at
Yeah.
you. I think I'd want plastic surgery too under those circumstances.
Yep.
So all that psychology in his behavior makes sense. If you look at it from that standpoint, people with repeated abuse in the early to mid childhood, they develop personality disorders. It looks like to me that he was probably, very probably a dependent personality, not just on drugs, but on people. And I think he had that need for children, not as a father, but just because he never lived his childhood and had anybody to play with.
Yeah, it's like he wanted people that thought like he did, or that were able to do what he was never able to do, and that's have a childhood.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Well,
sad.
and I went to school with the girl that played Carol Ann in Poltergeist, and there is something odd about childhood actors. The kids are quirky, we'll say. And I think it's because they're taught to pretend at such a young age. I don't know. Pretend, and they're given great rewards for doing so.
Right.
It makes for some weird people as they grow up.
Well, and if they're raped or they disassociate, and that reinforces the disassociation. But you know, I think it's. I wouldn't not encourage a child to daydream because of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let them be a kid.
You gotta let them dream.
Oh.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about the acting kind of pretend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, no,
Sad,
that's
sad.
Yeah, exactly. Like he would have never gotten the chance. Well, Michael Jackson himself, you'd figure he barely had a childhood, if at all. And if he did, it was probably during an era he couldn't even remember when he was, you know, like an adult or in his late teens. He probably couldn't even remember ever just playing pretend or any of that shit, you know? And I mean, he'd even said that before, that he wanted to be a kid and saw wonder in their eyes, and, you know, he probably missed being able to do that altogether. Just never had it. And then you got people who want to train their kids as actors, and like Atema was saying, teach them how to pretend, as in teach them how to act. Adults look at it completely different than a kid would.
Right.
You know, and they keep getting that, isn't like positive reinforcement. It would probably be like toys and shit.
Well, and then there's negative reinforcement too, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, and that takes place in inconsistency and punishment, you know? Inconsistency is more harmful to a child than anything, in my opinion. And a lot of the data backs that up. I know I need to get Aiden on another show and maybe talk about that kind of shit. That would be a good show. Have you ever talked to Aiden, Doc? Aiden Paladin?
You mean behind the scenes or actually in a stream?
Live.
Technically, she was my first interview.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Yep. She's awesome, isn't she? She's a great person.
It's so funny because she and I, because how my show runs is I've got what I call a green room. So 30 minutes before I bring in the guest, I say, hey, you know, is there anything that you don't want to talk about? And here's a few topics that I'd like to cover. Do you have anything that you'd like to cover? And I said, listen, at this point, you know, you may be intellectually autistic, going to be much smarter than me, and I think not only myself but my fans will appreciate if you take the time to slow down and dumb down for us. Just make it so we can understand, like you're teaching a layman. She was pretty receptive. I mean, actually, the name of that show is Rolling Without Sisyphus. It was the first show that he was unable to be a part of.
Are you guys still working together? Are you still doing a cast, or have you gone like solo, I guess is the word?
Honestly, he's got his own groove. He's really into weightlifting and doing more of the political stuff too. I means just in the manner, if there's something that he needs, there's something I can help him out with, like doing some quickie graphics, then I'm there for him.
Gotcha.
I do that to about 24 other people who are on the internet, but it's nothing that's, well, let's put it this way. There was one guy, he was like, man, I need some stuff for my B-roll. And I'm like, cool. Send you a bunch of stuff for your slideshow that's going to be connected to what you're doing. I sent it to him. He's like, man, all this stuff is great, but there's a problem. And I'm like, well, what's the problem? Market. And I'm like, I'm not going to watermark it. I need to know where this came from. And I was like, no, they don't. They just need to be visually entertained while you're doing your thing. And if this fits in, then I did my job right. You know, I'm ninja, man. I will hop right back into that bush and you'll never see me again. Helping you get down the road, that's all. That's all I need. Well, it's really tough, and I think you guys can agree with me that usually there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I can do this for you, and comes out.
Yep.
Something to be good, you know?
Speaking of like artwork and thumbnails and stuff, Tebba, did you see the thumbnail with me and Tyro in it for the cut stream?
Yes, I did.
That thing was amazing. It was all just Samaj decided to throw me in there. That's the first one I've ever been part of.
Oh.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
If I ever get to the point to pay Samaj, I definitely want him to do some work for me.
Yeah, he gets, man, he's got mad amounts of work. He was telling me about it, and Jesus, that guy has constant work at his feet, and everybody's like, well, not everybody, but a lot of people will bug him on Twitter until he gets it done, and I don't think that's very professional.
No.
Well, and the deal is that, you know, if they rush him, he's probably not going to do as well of a job as if, you know, he gets the proper time. Yeah, exactly. You know, you want to do it right, but if you need it done tomorrow, you know, it's not going to be perfect. And usually artists, you know, as I can speak from experience, are fucking perfectionists, man. You know, and it can be artistically, it's a great thing, but it can be personally a bad thing. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of comic book artists who have had to quit or get work elsewhere because they couldn't meet timelines, and they're actually trying to make your artwork good, but you know, some timelines don't work for everybody. Or
like Optic Decay is in the same boat. I mean, people are always like, "Hey, why don't you do this for me?" Well, okay, you know, I'll put you in line with it. Here's my commission fee, blah blah blah. Oh no, we just want you to do it for free.
Oh, yeah, fuck you.
Okay. I know quite a few of the things that Samaj does is free. Like he'll hook somebody up with like an avatar or something, you know, something that's simple to draw. Sometimes, you know, he'll be like, I'll take care of it, and then he'll have it to him by the, you know, an hour later and shit. He draws fast. That motherfucker, he'll sit there and draw a thumbnail for the cunt stream while he's streaming on it. You know.
That's yeah. And he makes some pretty complicated thumbnails.
Yes, he does. Well, I mean, the one from Wednesday's stream, that was his idea. The Scooby-Doo theme and everything, because he made that joke when we first started about him being the doxer, you know. So he drew me ripping the mask off of him and fucking Tyro's Scooby-Doo.
Those darn kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I could brag about it and be like, I've been a thumbnail with Vamp Candy and fucking my buddy Tyro, Hitsugi's in it, and Brachus is in the way in the back, along with Samaj too. So like we're all in it.
Did you see the one that Optic did for Tonka and the crew being Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah. He did Ian Miles Poir too.
I was in that one, for fuck's sake.
Nice.
Nice.
I told him, I said, listen, dude, just put one foot sticking out back behind him, laying down, and that could be me. I'll just be the drunk guy. You don't even have to make a character up. Just have my shoe showing.
Well, y'all, it's we're at the bottom of the hour already. Damn, man, this is flown by, man. So I guess we'll be doing the outros. Does anybody, and I'll call them everybody out in order. Guest first, Doc Griffon. Is there anything else you want to talk about, shilling wise?
Hopefully we'll get a lot of people tuning in and raise a lot of money for the American Stroke Foundation tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Excellent.
Chuck Tingle, the greatest homo-erotic science fiction writer of our time. And if you guys actually survive that, you know, if you get bored, stop by on Tuesday nights at 8, and I'll be interviewing somebody interesting.
Killer.
Yep.
All right, Atema?
I don't know what I'm doing right now. Everything's gone kind of sideways. I know I have this show, and I have the Tuesday show, and I'm supposed to do a show on the Cut Stream for I don't know what yet. He's changed the topic on me twice, so I'm not sure what we're doing, but I know we're supposed to do that. And other than that, I'm going to try to put out some videos and maybe get that damn philosophy stream together that I've been trying to do for a month now.
Killer.
Oh yeah.
Killer. Bear Dog?
Watch that.
Bear Dog? You got anything you want to share?
Oh, I don't have shit to show, man.
All right. You're just going to be streaming and shit? Popping around and saying hey?
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want me on your streams, just send me the link in Twitter or whatever.
You're awesome. Thank you for showing up tonight. Trippy?
Yeah. I'm Trippy Poop, and my channel's Trippy Poop. Go there, fucking sub. Have fun with that. I don't think I'm going to be streaming until probably tomorrow. So, if anybody's out there who doesn't know me, get to know me. It's fun. I hang out with all these fuckers. So, yeah.
All right, everybody. This is Irate Prostate. Tomorrow, of course, I'll be with Sir Adamantine doing Drinks with Friends. And then Sunday, I'm going to be interviewing the Killing Joke, 4 Eastern and 3 Central. And, of course, that means 1 o'clock Pacific. So please join me as we get into that. Everybody, let's say bye-bye.
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 Out of 5,000.
Like a newborn baby belly button.